Check, check. Okay, disc is muted. And I'll let it rip. Alright, live streaming here for Migda and Mega. We have Triple Priest coming out of the gate once again. Last time their win condition was to mass silence on Polly Pocket and then just rot her down. She didn't stand much of a chance against the mass dispel into her bubble. Pumpin' Chumps and Scarred Soul. Scarred Soul to get the fear and the trinkets come flying out. Can I get any closer? There we go. There's the camera. Another fear comes out. Even though it's DR, damage is coming out hot and heavy. Polly Pocket learned from her lessons from the back before. The only ones who are taking the punishment now are the priests who are being forced into dispersion. Scarred Soul doing flips and tricks off the fucking staircase like Tony Hawk, getting a fat I-beam onto Dean. That Smoke is trying to relieve the pressure, gets gripped away, but both these melee classes just dive right back on top. Void Eruption and the Mass Fear comes out, and the punishment is heavy. Pumpin' Chumps low. The 30. Can they reach 10? And a full health bar pops them back up. Both priests are looking to stabilize, but I think all the gas is about to run out. The Disc Priest is doing all the heavy lifting and is in the CC. Head Smoke down to 10. Is there a kill in the mix? And the life swap gets bungled. I think they both double tapped it, and they fucked up his health bar. They swapped and swapped again, and that was just over. Is there any way I can get elevation? What are these controls? Oh, it's spacebar. There we go. Yeah, I like this angle. Sensational. Dampening is up to 18%. The next match is about to begin. With Polly Pocket now facing off with Dean and Scarsona on her team. Pumpin' Jumps head Smoke and Lightweaver trying to make it work. What kind of play are we looking for? The win condition is odd here because the melee characters are now against each other, and both priests are having a free ride at shooting spells everywhere. Scarsona is out of his cooldowns and just trying to keep up pressure in classic Demon Hunter fashion, looking for a way to open up a go, the hunt, into another stun. Fear breaks up the pacing, but Pumpin' Jumps is 50% and trying to stabilize. Fat shields on his booty cheeks makes it so he's not going to take any damage as Pain Sup makes him harder to kill. Dean was low for just a second, but not too low as Void Torrent comes out, and Polly Pocket is feeling the punishment as the fear and the chain CC might be layering it on pretty thick. That Smoke is in a dangerous position here, but gets gripped away. Chased down by Scarsona. Dean is just looking to take some extra damage out on Pumpin' Chumps for God knows what grudge. The fear is not effective. Polly Pocket feeling the heat right now. Silenced under pressure. Bubbles and runs away. Head Smoke is taking a free back massage from Scarsona, who's not doing any damage, as Lightweaver sits in the background, free casting. This might come down to a mana battle or whichever healer fucks up first, because it is just trading cooldown after cooldown with little to no action. Dean, though, in a precarious position and low. Void Torrenting around. Head Smoke feeling the pressure and just walking away casually. Polly Pocket getting her back blown up by Pumpin' Chumps, and the execute brings her down. Was it false? Where's the lie? Where's the lie? I did right after that. Back was broken like Batman. Polly Pocket coming out the gate once again. Lightweaver facing off, giving her mean looks. Shadow Crashes are traded. Void Torrents traded. Head Smoke is separated from his healer. This might just be game over, and the life swap comes through clean. No CC follow-up on Lightweaver, although the pressure is immediately applied. Lightweaver is feeling the heat. One fear goes off. There's going to be a DR second. Second fear is out. Pumpin' Jumps looking for any kind of value here. Polly Pocket feeling it again. Lay on hands back to full. Divine Bubble comes out to relieve some of the pressure, and Dean is looking to find some kind of target while his cooldowns are active for another 10 seconds. The Fear comes out, fresh, full duration. Halo comes out as well. Scarsona is looking for something to smack on, but he can't quite get the damage to connect. Pump and Jump seems to be really the star of the show here, but Pally dangerously low on 10. Can she recover? Pony is not the defensive move she was looking for. The high ground on the horse does not give her immunity, and she goes down. It's 2 for 2 that Pally has been focused down for the win. Rushing out the gate once again. Scarsona and Pump and Jumps are deep. The hunt out to Pally Pocket. She's kicking it on the side, watching a movie on her iPad. Ponies to the center. Lightweaver is getting stunned by Pally and trinkets right away. Pally Pocket under pressure once again. Is this going to be the three-peat? Getting focused pretty hard. The MD breaks the bubble. Bubble bursted like a... I'm not going to finish that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly like a bursted bubble. Peeling off Scarsona with the Hammer of Justice. Pally Cat runs away on that horse mount. Skip Scap Skidoo away from the enemy team. Is she going to be able to cleverly evade death for the third time or become the kill target once again? Pump and Chumps is looking dangerously low. I believe we're down to our final 2 matches. Round 5 and 6. Coming underway in about 10 seconds. Pally Pocket now leading the charge with Scarsona and Head Smoke. Lightweaver coming out the gate with Dean and Pump and Chumps. And Scarsona is deep with the double stun. The eye beam is fat, knocking 10% off of each health bar. Pump and Jumps is looking for value. Scarsona taking a beating here. The hunt goes off on Lightweaver. 1 fear down. Pally Cat kicking it on the side. Void Tendrils and Pump and Chumps are looking to keep Pally Pocket out of the fight, but she trinkets and comes right back in. Keep going. You're the intern. Lightweaver could be under pressure. Ultimate Penitence coming up, and Lightweaver is protected inside of the bubble while she's flying around. Pally Pocket is in deep, but does she get value from a Hammer of Justice anytime soon? We don't know. Pump and Jumps was the last time the kill target, but Dean's looking also low as well. Lightweaver might not be able to keep up if another kick or stun leads a combo for a go. Pump and Jumps has got a massive shield on him. Pally Pocket is looking to make some kind of magic happen as she leads the charge as the healer into melee pal territory. Pally looking to stabilize, but Pump and Chumps might be clubbed over the head like a baby seal. But not quite. Lightweaver stabilizes, snatches a teammate, and also snatches Pump and Chumps. What is the play here? Is it going to be play for pillar, or are we looking for Some kind of recovery. Lightweaver can't seem to get the HP's bars to go up. Just like the tiger statues in the center, the claws are out this match, and we are fucking tied up. This match will see Lightweaver with Dean and Scarsona. Pally Pocket coming out with Head Smoke and Pump and Chumps. There has been no clear favorite in this solo shuffle. We've seen a lot of good performances across the board, Demon Hunter especially. When it comes to sheer kill pressure, Pump and Chumps and the Priests seem to be doing quite well. And TKO, technical knockout. Pally Pocket is disconnected. She is on the login screen. Oh, and Pally Pocket is back. SSD Go Burr leading in with wings and dawn lights being spread out. Avatar of the Sun shutting out, shooting little beams of light, trying to heal and damage while she is trying to recover. Scarsona pretended to respect the logout. It is now completely beating on the cheeks of Pally Pocket inside of demon form. Dean looking dangerously low as Pump and Chumps just takes her for a ride. There's the full fear, but Pump and Chumps won't be no chump as he breaks out immediately. Scarsona, unfortunately, never leaving Pally's side as her teammates leave her stranded with the Demon Hunter. How do I leave the match? Oh, there it is. All right. Most rounds won. Head Smoke and Scarsona tied. Damage breakdown. Scarsona led the damage. So I think our favorite for this match goes to Scarsona. Does anybody need a recess in between, or are we going again? Ooh. Post it on Instagram. Huh? I'm hungry. Yeah. With my hands? Let me know when to hit the green light. I'm just fetching a little food. My wife made homemade Swedish meatballs, mashed potatoes, and peas. Thanks, honey. God damn. Almost every game. Sounds like this next one, it's all you. Oh, I'm present. Give me the leader names, please. Pally Pocket and Darkweaver. Confirm? Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Live on Twitch with the Discord muted. Starting off the war game. Both teams are admiring each other's mogs and booty cheeks. We have only a few moments in between matches, and the first one's going to be quad stack with a Fistweaver, aka the Windwalker, Shocky on some kind of mage. Pally Pocket in the corner, talking hype shit, trying to keep everyone together, with Darkweaver on the mage and Head Smoke on the priest. Gates are opening up here pretty soon. Let's see who is going to be the focus target. Head Smoke is looking for some value. Quad Stack's team is humping that pillar. Biggest Fist is trying to close the gap up against Pally Pocket. Gets the clash off, but is desperate for a little bit of HP, some support. Celestial Conduit, the burst is coming up. Leg sweep and Dark Ascension coming out of Head Smoke means that the big damage should be expected. Song of Chi-Ji. Pally Pocket is going nap into the ice wall. Big damage from the meteor, gets split amongst 3 targets. Polymorph onto Head Smoke, taking a teammate out of the match, and he trinkets out. Darkweaver, the squishy little mage, his armor's made of glass. Almost drops. 50%. Biggest Fist is getting kited. Darkweaver is feeling the heat once again. Pally Pocket looking to respond. Strange ice wall play. Meteor drops on top of Darkweaver, but the health bars aren't moving too much. Pally Pocket is looking for some kind of value, but gets trapped inside paralysis and is now a sheep, feeling very shy. Darkweaver once again getting punished as if he was the kill target, sitting inside of a frozen orb. Pally Pocket is desperately trying to find a way to contribute to this match, but Biggest Fist might be the one that goes down and gets health swapped with Quad Stack. Flash Shield to recover. Ultimate Penitence coming from around the corner. It means there's lots of healing. Big stun onto Biggest Fist, but no damage is actually being followed up with it. Dark Weaver getting absolutely slammed, full of damage, with a mage and a monk now making him the focus target. Head Smoke looking for some kind of value, rotating the cooldowns as they come off cooldown. Dark Weaver is just playing whack-a-mole, blinking all over the place. This Quad Stack might be the one that goes down first. Eats a huge shield, and from around the corner, starts to stabilize that health bar. What is Discipline Priest? Pally Pocket still playing from around the pillar. Head Smoke and Dark Weaver looking for value. His Biggest Fist actually drops to 50% before getting recovered and gripped by Quad Stack. Head Smoke now beating on the exposed Shocky. Ice blocks at 20%. Quad Stack actually might take some punishment here. Dark Ascension. Song of Chi-Ji. Pally Pocket is going nap-nap. And the health bars are still stable as we're looking for some kind of go. Biggest Fist is the one getting most punished as Snowdrift comes up for the stun. Is there a setup that comes on top of that as the Polymorph locks down Darkweaver but is broken out? Pally Pocket back in the ice wall, but she's too cold to be kept frozen for long. Her blood is like ice. Biggest Fist is the lowest one by far at 20% and being stabilized by Quad Stack. Does he get snapped in half like a Kit Kat or does he continue to fight? Darkweaver LOSing himself from around the corner and Pally Pocket desperate to try and find a way across, but Biggest Fist gets fisted. Teams have now shuffled around. And the gates will open. Pally Pocket charging out. Now matched up with Double Mage, Head Smoke, and Biggest Fist looking to deal damage for Quad Stack as the Discipline Priest tries to defend. Head Smoke immediately taking a big beating. Shocky looking for the setup. Misses the poly. Runs it again. Darkweaver taking on a ton of defensive from Pally Pocket. Quad Stack enjoying a quick in-flight movie while he stays CC. Darkweaver is looking a little bit desperate. Does Quad Stack have what it takes to respond? He does. Pally Pocket dancing around, trampling Quad Stack on her horse before the blind and the stun come out. Darkweaver doing all he can to stay sustained as the Snowdrift comes out. And the Ice Block saves him at 10% HP. But the MDGA disrupts it and Darkweaver is exposed once again as Double Mage is trying to look for a go that might make a meaningful difference. Biggest Fist is actually looking to punish the mage. Is there a touch of death anywhere in this mix? Darkweaver slipping and sliding all over the place, but Biggest Fist is just as fast. Will this be it? As the Ice Block saves him again at 10% HP and quickly spikes up to 100% HP. You can't see the mage crying inside the Ice Block because they are frozen. Head Smoke looking for some kind of value here as cooldowns are returning soon. It is tight. Pally Pocket doing a wonderful job of stabilizing health bars as Darkweaver might actually take a lethal amount of damage from 40% from Head Smoke. But Pally is on top of it still. And oh! Discord teammates are flaming each other only mildly enough to roast a duck. The gates are open. Quad Stack looking to play a bit more defensive this match as Void Torrent clips Biggest Fist from around the corner. Dispel into Fear. Saves a little bit of damage, but the little black hole is going to collapse any moment now. Shocky looking for a little bit of value with the poke around the corner with the Blizzard. Head Smoke leading the charge, tanking a lot of damage. Biggest Fist is now playing catch up. The Ring of Peace is tight. Biggest Fist seems to be the only one who's chasing down any of the mages right now, and Shocky still getting support from Pally Pocket from across the field. Darkweaver dropping the poly. Matching movement ability for movement ability. Biggest Fist is still making his way across the field and maybe could use a freedom and a lot of health. Guy's wall is questionable. Quad finally caught up to his teammate, and Biggest Fist is getting the support he so desperately needs. But he's in a stun now, and Biggest Fist is on his own once again. Coming out of the stun, Quad Stack looks to lead back into Pally Pocket's backside with a Fear, Scare, and a Jump Scanner. Like, boo, fucking 5 Nights at Freddy's. Mind Control, and the bubble breaks it. Biggest Fist is looking to get the health bar swapped by Quad Stack, and is in fact stable at 100% again. Head Smoke might be taking a lot of damage at 40%. I don't know if it's in the card section. He's getting him snapped down to 0. Both healers are doing a wonderful job of keeping the health bars up. Pally Pocket, though, put in the fucking corner with an ice wall, and I don't know if she's going to catch up. The Pally Pony is quick. Ends up paralyzed. Biggest Fist might be the kill target here once again. I don't know if he can take the heat. But Quad Stack is doing his best to play peekaboo and scare Pally Pocket into the corner. And inside of that CC window, the priest goes down. BM in the Sage chat. Big damage Inc. This match is already upsetting to watch. Biggest Fist is eating cooldown after cooldown after Pally Pocket makes the executive decision to support with both Sacrifice and Hand of Freedom. Wings is about to run out, as is Divine Protection. That DR will go away for over a minute. Head Smoke feeling the pressure. Quad gets cut off from the side. Dispersion lets him catch a break. Biggest Fist getting a huge shield from Pally Pocket, who is about to lose her bubble. Darkweaver somehow getting let free cast. Incredible. Pally and Quad, both of them eating CCs. I think they've had their fill. Their appetite is sated, and all the CCs, I believe, are on DR. The next go will be massive as dampening climbs to 20%. Big burst coming out of Darkweaver. Head Smoke feels the heat and gets gripped off to the side. Biggest Fist quick to follow up. Fist of Fury on double targets. Will there be a Rising Dragon punch? Oh, Head Smoke fears Biggest Fist. Shocky cut off around the corner, trying to find a way to add value to the team. Pally Pocket might get cut off here. He eats a stun. Shocky protects himself through a nice block. Pally Pocket desperate to find a way away from the casters. Topping herself off, but leaving her teammates stranded. Shocky is low. Head Smoke being supported by Quad Stack with the penance. It's fat. And Biggest Fist taking free shots from Darkweaver, who's free casting in the back of the mage. Dangerous stuff. In compositions like this, with a mage free casting, Biggest Fist might go down. The gates are open once again. Interesting strategy as Head Smoke looks for the angle on the far pillar. Quadstack and Shocky in the Stubblecaster composition are looking to beat up on one target without getting punished themselves. Darkweaver is once again allowed to free cast with no punishment as Head Smoke is forced into the dispersion and is overlapped by Pain Suppression. Pally Pocket playing patty cake with Quad. Head Smoke is once again getting punished and pressured as Shocky is looking to be the one to free cast. Darkweaver on the side actually gets punished for sitting on the sidelines but doing nothing. Double teamed between Dark and Biggest Fist. Head Smoke almost drops down to 0. Quadstack is now locked behind a wall. Is there a kill in this mix-up? No, there's not. Darkweaver is now contending against Shocky as the meteors fall from the sky, but don't quite connect. Okay, the Ice Lances are brutal, but the Dragon Breath interrupts that and goes into a poly. Tempo is all over the place between goes being disrupted and people interrupting one another. This is anyone's game. Darkweaver is finally being pressured and silenced and hits inside of the meteor, but next to no damage. It almost did 10% of their HP. The value might be there, but right now I think we're playing a high control match where if Quad gets locked down, this might be almost over. The Fade saves his butt cheeks, but he's still low on 10%, and Shocky is trying to peel away from Darkweaver, but Darkweaver is hungry at her. And once again, these healers doing fucking legendary lifting as health bar stabilized. Head Smoke slips into another dispersion. The control is tight, but is it tight enough to actually land a kill? Darkweaver, if he can switch targets, Head Smoke actually might fall down. The silence on Darkweaver actually gives up a little pressure, but Quadstack inside of the Hodge can't react. Gates will open any second. Straight aggro. Head Smoke wants the smoke and dives onto Shocky, gets the Void Torrent off, and rips apart his health bar for 10%. The stun, the hard commit. He ain't letting go. He's like a pit bull in a kindergarten. And he's got his teeth latched around a fucking kid. What in the fuck is happening in this match? Head Smoke is just out running band for band, trying to compete to be top damage before the match is over. The fear comes out and every button is being pressed. Not a single cooldown is being left in the pocket as Darkweaver drops dangerously low to 10%. Gets the pain sup, snow drifts, and walks away. Shocky wondering what he can do to catch up to Head Smoke and damage. Pally Pocket desperate to try and keep the Instacats rolling to prevent getting kicked. Quadstack also looking to try and add some value. Penances are going off. The extra DPS class known as Discipline Priest is doing heavy lifting to keep health bar stable. Darkweaver almost eats shit and dies. The fear comes out, but it gets knocked away. Blown apart by damage. Broken immediately as the Pally Pocket turns into a Pally Sheep. Head Smoke is still trying to make damage connect, and Quadstack is feeling the heat. Biggest Fist running Shocky down like a dog. 10. And that's it. That was incredible. These matches are nothing but straight heat. Honest to God. Alright. The most rounds won goes to Biggest Fist, Darkweaver, and Head Smoke. All damage dealers. The most damage goes to Biggest Fist at 625, closely followed by Head Smoke. I was not kidding. He was absolutely gunning for top spot before the match was over at 623. Only 2 million behind Biggest Fist. Well, thanks for the games, y'all. I got a lot of that recorded on Twitch, by the way, so there'll be a VOD later if you guys like to, you know, hype each other up. Okay. We may have our last team of the night. All right, please confirm the party leads. All right, Earth the Dark Weaver, how's your cat? He's still AFK. Oh. Are you ready? All right, letting it rip. All arenas for solo shuffle. You're at Black Rook Hold. So after the match is completed in these 6 rounds, I'll do a group interview and then let Pally have the floor to talk about when her next event is coming up. Deal? Okay, the gates are open and the fight is on. Biggest Fist Dark Weaver as a double melee comp mixed up with Shockwave. Looking for damage, and Pump Your Girl is feeling the pressure in the classic Hunter experience of getting absolutely ham blasted by a couple of melee DPS, but Shocky Wave, unprepared, gets sidebarred and sent to the fucking channel realm. All right. The gates are open. Head Smoke looking for the smoke. Gets the shot off on Pumping Your Girl. All the dots fail to connect as the rapid fire comes out, but Biggest Fist is making Pumping Your Girl. Pump is feeling the pressure from all sides, not just the back. Turtle comes down. There's a few more moments left in True Shot as Shocky Wave starts to take a lot of damage, but finally, the Healing Tide Totem drops out. Sacrifice on Pump, trying to get some space and look for the win condition for Marksman Hunter, which is to stay in the back and shoot like a madman. Shocky Wave gets the Hodge, but lives to tell the tale. Biggest Fist is looking for value and knocks Pump up in the air. Is there going to be enough of a response from Shockwave? And no, asleep at the wheel with no tidal waves left to cast. Oh, my bad. Was that Pally? Was that Pally healing? Oop. Pally asleep at the wheel with nothing to show for it. My bad, my bad. Alright, gates will be coming up. Pally Pocket with Dark Weaver and Head Smoke. What is the win condition here? Pump. Another camouflage opener. Gets knocked out of stealth and stunned off rip with the trinket coming out fat. A lot of damage for Pump. Will there be a turtle response, or did he actually get healed? Oh, it looks like Shockwave is doing his damnedest to keep his LOS Hunter from around the pillar healed up with the totem. Big blind coming from Pally Pocket on the double. Both DPS are feeling the heat. Pump is not able to get his damage off as much as he would like to. Aim shot does a lot of damage, about 20% to a health bar. But Pump is just taking a lot of damage here. Gets the DR up, and the wall is strong, but is it strong enough to keep a Demon Hunter at bay? Who knows? Shock is the one who's actually healing him this time and shoots him up to 70% HP. Spirit Link Totem down with the DR, but none of his teammates are inside of it with him, leaving him stranded. Pump again looks like the kill target, and 10% and crashing fast finally gets the turtle to come out. And Shock is now responding to 2 critical health bars while Pally is getting pressed by Biggest Fist. Rapid fires are hot and heavy, and the Divine Bubble comes out to stabilize. Darkweaver eating a sacrifice, but his demon form is about to drop. His Biggest Fist slips to the back line and gets a triple stun from Darkweaver. Is there relief in sight? Will Shockwave respond as he sits in Hodge? Pally Pocket is the one who might be feeling the heat, but the life swap comes through clean! And Pally might get away with a Hand of Freedom as Pump drops dangerously low to 30 and spikes back up to 70. This is anyone's game right now, but the cooldowns are spent and the health bars are low. Pump might die before Pally! And the round goes to Pally's team. About 15 more seconds or so, and our gates will open up once again. Pally Pocket leading with Darkweaver and Biggest Fist. What could possibly be the win condition for a double melee composition that might DR a lot of stuns? With Pally Pocket's Hodge, Fell Eruption, Chaos Nova, Leg Sweep, they got it all. Pumpy Girl, Head Smoke, and Shockwave coming in hot and heavy. Immediately gets knocked out of Cloak. Camouflage is down, and we don't know what's going on. The stuns are coming through and trying to find a way to sneak in some kind of damage as Head Smoke takes a lot and drops to 40 and spikes back up to 90. Head Smoke might not live to tell the tale if he gets snapped at 50 by these 2 power-hungry fucking melee DPS. Just a Fury on Shockwave as he tries to slip away, blowing all his cooldowns for the most part. Right into Ascendance. Can't seem to make the Lightning Lasso connect as Pump is dangerously low on 50 and spikes up to 60. Back to 90, and now the Spirit Link Totem is stabilizing. The conditions are tight. The Biggest Fist is looking for another kick on Head Smoke. Head Smoke not being able to feel anything but the smoke as he drops down to 20. The 10. But Shockwave keeps it going. Keeps the party on. Shock is desperately fighting off 2 melee DPS, hungry for a piece of smoke. Even through Focused Will and a fat DR, Smoke might just go down if there's no response, and he's out of the match. All right. I think we only have 3 rounds left. And the gates are coming down. Pumpkin Girl actually manages to stay in camouflage in this match. Darkweaver looking for a way to connect to the Hunter. Shockwave is feeling the heat from the double DPS combination, but Darkweaver feels neglected like me after school. Health bar spikes from 20 to 50, but is it enough as Pump gets hunted down by Darkweaver and the damage is tight. Very, very tight. Pump finally able to sit and cast, and Shockwave is now responding with a Healing Tide Totem, so things are stable for now, but how long can that last? Approximately 6 seconds, because that's how long a Healing Tide Totem works. Healing Totem kind of makes things a bit spicy, as there is now a jungle gym of fuckery happening as things are teleporting all over the place. Shockwave trying to desperately stabilize health bars. I think he's silenced right now, but he can't get his health bar back up from 20. He's just desperately squeaking back up to 40. Huge fear interrupting the rapid fire on Pump as Darkweaver makes a count, dropping him to 50. Head Smoke might get the smoke again. Shockwave sitting in too many stuns, and his teammates go down. Stun City, bro. The gates are open once again. Darkweaver playing it defensive now. Biggest Fist gets baited from down the ramp. Pally Pocket's in range to respond, but eats a Frost Trap. And Darkweaver might use everything in his power to live through this. His ramp is here. Hunt is in the pocket. I-beam whiffs into nothing, like a searing glare into a pillar. Shockwave is trying desperately to respond, but eats a stun and just eats the rest of the L. From my screen, it looked like you were aimed at nothing. All right, let's check it out. Oof. Oof. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a disgusting turnout on the scoreboard with 5 rounds won with next to no damage committed, but not the lowest damage. Pally Pocket scooped up 5 wins with 359 million healing, which is just approximately 37 million less than the healer Shockwave, who won only one of his matches. He was a pumper, but not a winner. Top damage does go to Biggest Fist, not shortly, wide gap by Darkweaver. Pump in your girl. Pump was able to do a lot of execute damage, but the Demon Hunter oppressiveness was just too much for most players to withstand. Now, before everybody jets, I'm going to be undeafening the Discord. We can go down and poll the team. You guys want to say hello to the stream?
Or hi.
There, yeah. Go ahead. Okay, how did we feel about that one? Let's kick it off with Darkweaver, the other team captain. How those matches go?
By the Windwalker. Yeah, just bullied by the Windwalker.
But more importantly,
I'm not a good Demon Hunter.
Can anybody help me update the driver on my motherboard?
The driver.
After the interviews are completed, possibly. After Darkweaver, you felt bullied, and you did spend a lot of time as melee as the other Demon Hunter. But we saw you as a superstar rise above and dominate the battlefield. Let's see.
That's
Flash Frozen, did you play?
Chat.
No, I did not.
Flame, did you play?
I wish. I was at pickleball.
Shocky, did you get a chance?
Yeah, yeah.
You were the healer.
I was that terrible fucking shaman.
Shocky, if you had to rewind the clock with a time machine and describe to yourself what a win condition might have been, how would you have done it better?
I think the win condition for me would have been to
Not play healer.
not play healer, but 2, also not play a healer that I haven't played in like literally 6 months. So yeah, I've since bought an MMO mouse, so like I haven't fucked with any of the new key bindings for this character, so I'm literally just trying like shooting from
Went
the
in
hip.
blind. Went in blind.
I literally went in blind. So.
Now, you know, props to you, Shocky, for stepping up to the call of battle. There was a healer needed, and you were the one who filled the ticket. Unfortunately, a gaming mouse does not make you a pro player. A RGB gaming chair does, sadly.
It's RGB. It's always RGB.
RGB, yeah, it's got to be RGB.
It's got to be RGB gamer chair.
It's shit.
And Squirrel,
RGB shoes with the little light ups.
and Squirrel, did you get a chance to play?
No, I didn't want to.
Okay.
Scarro is too busy making gold on an alt, I'm sure.
I'm on Overwatch right now.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll pass it over to Chillax. Did you get a chance to play?
I did not, no. But Darkweaver's cat played the biggest fit that round.
There you are. Dean, did you manage to have a microphone and play at the same time?
Just one or the other.
All right, so with
one or the
you,
other,
Dean,
not
I
both.
think I saw you play a priest for earlier before the stream went down. How did you do tonight?
50-50.
Being the dog.
I gotta get away
Does
from
good.
Skadoosh.
Got skadooshed. That happens.
That was it. That was an intense one. I believe Skadoosh plays a pretty scary monk. Was it like top 10 in the world? He's 2400, that's for sure.
He is definitely 2400.
All
I
right.
think that about a week ago, I believe.
God, what a Chad.
Did
I
he
wish
hit
you
20
would
24?
save some
That's
rating
He
for the rest of
did.
us.
good for him.
I don't do enough PvP to get any fucking high ratings anymore.
You'll get it.
That's all I do is PvP, and I don't get high
Don't
ratings. So
Talk
don't
down on
worry.
yourself.
I have been
I
doing
believe.
more PvE than I've been doing PvP, and I work overnights, so barely on.
Oh,
All
here it
things
is.
considered,
Excuses.
we had an amazing turnout for a legendary event, and one that we should all give props to for Pallycat putting it on since about 4:30 or 7:45 EST. Pallycat, how did your night go? Did it go according to expectations? Did you have fun?
As per usual, I get hard targeted and killed lots of times, but it's okay. We had fun.
Did you? No, I don't think you ever
Yeah, she
like
always
this.
does. That's what you get for hosting the event. You put a target on your
Yeah,
back.
she
The
did get
host.
hard targeted by like half of the players for over half of the rounds.
It's just because she's the host.
After
Now let's
bubble,
give the
everybody
host the
was like,
spotlight here. Now,
"Go, Paladin."
Pally, how would you have played any better? Was there anything that we left out from tonight's experience that you would have said would have made it a 10 out of 10?
I think next time we have to ban mages. I think that will make the games 10 times better.
Hey.
What the hell?
Ban mages.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Captain Pallycat has a grudge and a bone to pick against the mage class. If you guys are out there in the stream chat and you're playing a mage, just to let you know, you have fucking heat lock missile targeting from Pallycat every time you enter the battlefield. Now, Pallycat, if you could tell everybody in all one of these cameras, when is the next event that you have planned that you'd like people to join?
We have solo shuffle war games every Wednesday at 7:45, but we are also putting together a guild scavenger hunt that will be very fun.
Nice.
Timing
Wednesdays?
isn't certain yet, but it's probably going to be on a Sunday.
Ooh. That does sound like a lot of fun. Okay.
Alrighty, there you go.
Wonderful.
GG's, everybody.
GG's, everybody. Have a beautiful night. Pallycat, thank you so much for leading. You're a legend. I was told that you weren't going to be here. And then you made
I
it
wasn't
anyway.
here 2 weeks ago, so, but I'm typically here.
Thanks
Alright,
for the
yeah,
games.
as per
They're
usual,
always fun.
come and thank y'all for making this a good event. See y'all next week, as per
Bye.
usual. Have a good night, y'all.